Welcome, Junior Detectives, to the continuing story of Crime City, a monthly stage show in the style of old-time radio, recorded live at the Theatre on King in Peterborough, Ontario, Canada. This month's episode, The Art Wants What the Art Wants, starring Mike Judson as Victor Marshall, Marsala Lukianchuk as Lilian Steele, Kenn Gibb as Brad Bramble, Daniel Smith as our narrator, an informant, and a goon, Adam Martignetti as the villainous vandal Pablo Rascalo, and Melanie Dubois as an old lady and a goon, with live sound effects by Melissa Post and original music by Adam Martignetti. Crime City is written and produced by Andrew Root. We apologize for a few instances of distortion during the recording.
Greetings, Junior Detectives! Shine your badge, put on your trench coat, and grab your magnifying glass. It's time to set your radio's dial to intrigue for another exciting episode of Crime City. Brought to you by Rocket Juice Dietary Supplement, Pioneer Brand Cigarettes, and Americola. Crime City, home to the fiends, scoundrels, and ne'er-do-wells of the world. A cesspool of illegality. Honest citizens fear to walk the streets after dark. But one man stands against crime in Crime City. Honor bound to serve justice and protect the innocent. Our hero, Victor Marshall, private detective.
Victor Marshall, at your service.
Exiled from a corrupt police force, Victor Marshall, with the help of his boy sidekick,
Brad Bramble, adventure scout, first class.
You're not my sidekick.
Saving the world
Don't.
with scouting.
God damn it.
and his trusted colleague, Lilian Steele.
Hello.
Aim to clean up crime in Crime City. What nefarious foes will our heroes face in their quest to uphold the law? Find out in tonight's breathtaking installment, The Art Wants What the Art Wants.
No, ma'am. I can't take your case. Because there's no case to take.
You have to help me, Detective Marshall. My husband is throwing stones through my windows.
Well, this isn't exactly falling into the realm of caper of the century now, is it? Not to mention your husband's been dead for 2 years.
I'm telling you, he's breaking my windows. He waits until I'm asleep, and then he does it and runs away. That's why I divorced him. He's dishonest.
Ma'am, a ghost can't do petty vandalism of any kind. You hired me 2 years ago to find him when you suspected that he wandered off. And I did. He was in the hospital. Dead.
A ghost could break a window.
All right. I'm going to open this door, and I want you to walk through it. And on the other side, you'll find the answer to all your problems.
Really? You'll help me?
Sure. Just go through this door and down the stairs and into traffic. And then towards the bright light and faces of your loved ones and whatnot.
Oh, thank you. I don't know how to...
God, I gotta get a new secretary. It's been one thing after another since the last one quit on account of not getting paid. Oh, for crying out loud. I can't help you with your dumb, dead, vandalizing ex-husband, so why don't you just leave me alone? Huh? A kid?
Is this the office of Victor Marshall, private detective?
Oh, yeah, it is. Sorry, I thought you were someone else.
I was sent here by the Adventure Scouts.
Huh?
The Adventure Scouts. Saving the world with scouting.
What do you want?
Oh, well, I've been assigned to you. Here, look.
Let me see that paper. Adventure Scouts, community placement, endeavors to better the community, legally binding wardship. What is all this?
You see, we Adventure Scouts have to earn these badges by learning new skills, and And,
I'm aware.
well, see, like for this water safety badge, I had to learn all about...
About water safety, yeah, I get it.
And for this campfire building badge...
Look, this is an extremely common practice. I don't know why you feel the need to explain it in detail.
Well, the only badge I don't have is the do-gooder badge. And so if I help a local do-gooder with their do-gooding, then I get my badge and I graduate to Adventure Assistant Manager.
But not manager.
Well, no. I'd have to wait for the current manager to be promoted. But until then, I'd be the assistant manager, which is a lot more responsibility.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Well, Mr. Marshall?
What?
Well, frankly, you seem surprised to see me.
Beat it, kid. I ain't exactly in a do-gooding mood, okay? Why don't you go down and help that old lady across the street?
Well, normally I'd jump at the chance, but you see, you signed these papers and you agreed to have me apprentice with you.
What? I can tell you I did no such thing. Now scram.
No, look, there at the bottom. That is your signature, isn't it?
Of course it isn't. Oh. What?
Yeah, you see, I applied to a few different places, and
A few different places?
Well, yes, and yours was the first to reply. Everyone else said that they were too busy, or that it was too dangerous, or borderline irresponsible. My first choice actually didn't even respond at all.
I wasn't your first choice. Now, wait a second. Wait. AS in the logo stands for Adventure Scouts?
Yes, sir. Saving the world with scouting.
What was that?
Oh, that's the motto of the Adventure Scouts.
How does scouting save the world?
Oh, you have no idea how long I've been waiting for somebody to ask me that question.
Look, kid. I thought these were my alimony papers. AS stands for Alimony Services. I didn't sign up to have no apprentice.
Oh. Well, that does sort of explain why the papers came back with all those obscene doodles in the margins. No, but look, I have to apprentice with you. I can't earn my badge if I don't.
Don't mean nothing to me, kid. So look, go help that old lady through traffic, have her sign your timesheet, and hit the bricks.
Okay, well, I mean, let's not downplay that I'm very anxious about whether or not she's made it across the street or not, but I can't do that. I've got proposals and manifests and timelines that I need to fulfill. This is a whole huge project. I paid to get it printed in color.
Kid, you're kind of freaking me out here.
Well, this is important. And I mean, if I don't get the do-gooder badge, then my whole career trajectory is stalled. No assistant manager, no senior manager, no district manager, and so on and so on. Plus, we don't stick to the timeline to wipe out crime in Crime City.
Your project is to help me wipe out crime in Crime City.
Well, yeah.
What was your timeline on that one?
6 months?
6 months.
Oh, yeah, well, seems reasonable.
Seemed reasonable to wipe out crime, the entirety of crime, in a town named Crime City.
Oh, well, when you put it like that...
Kid, you're barking up the wrong tree. Maybe there was a time when I would have jumped at the chance. But that was before I was exiled from the very police force that trained me. Now I see the system for what it is, corrupt and derelict. I do what I can here and there, save kittens from trees, help old ladies across the street.
But
what difference can one man really make in a city like this?
Where
you can't walk to the corner store without getting your purse snatched.
But I just have...
Where the cops and the vandals and the racketeers are all cut from the same cloth. Where...
Well, you have to let me apprentice with you, or it's a felony.
Come again?
Paragraph 6, Section 2 of the agreement that you signed says that the apprenticer, that's you, agrees to full and complete custodianship of the apprentice, that's me, and accepts full and complete responsibility and said apprentice subject to appropriate punitive action if said responsibilities are neglected.
So what you're saying is...
If you don't help me get my badge, it's child abandonment and endangering a minor, which is a felony. Technically.
Technically.
Well, yes, technically.
Look, kid, just seriously, go help the old lady across the street. I'll sign whatever you want. You can just leave me alone.
Okay, again, the thought of her crossing the street has never once left my mind, and believe me, I have every intention of checking on her at the earliest possible convenience, but this needs settling. I can't just fake my way into the do-gooder badge. It's literally called the do-gooder badge. You need to do good to get it. I can't build my career on a dishonest foundation.
Kid, you live in Crime City. It's living proof that you can do exactly that and still get everything you want.
Maybe you're right.
I am.
I just got so excited when you signed the form. I thought I could make a difference.
You can't.
I guess maybe my dad was right when he left us.
Oh, God.
Maybe he was right when he said that nothing really matters.
Come on, kid.
I guess all these merit badges don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy mixed-up world.
Who talks like that?
I'll just be on my way. I'm sorry to have bothered you, Mr. Marshall.
Look, kid.
Yeah?
If that old lady is still outside, can you just lock the door behind you?
Sure. No problem.
For God's... Kid, get back here.
Really?
Fine. But we're going to do this thing my way. No charts, no graphs, or timelines.
Oh, yes, fine. Sure. I mean, color printing costs a lot more than regular printing, but yes, whatever you want. Mr. Marshall. Vic.
Watch it.
Sorry. Gosh, this is exciting. My first day as a do-gooder. What do we do first?
You're looking at it.
But you're just sitting at your desk with your feet up.
Yeah.
But what are you doing?
Waiting.
For what?
For the phone to ring with a case.
What? No, like the crime is out there.
You may have failed to notice in your haste to be deputized, but the door reads Victor Marshall, private detective for hire. For hire meaning there's a promise of payment I find motivating.
Oh, come on. There's a world of difference we could be making out there. There's mob bosses to apprehend and litter bugs to give citations to, and we could be, like saving the world with scouting.
Listen, you're my apprentice, so that means we do things my way or not at all. And that means waiting for the phone to ring or for the door to be knocked on.
Oh. Hey, can I use the bathroom?
I wouldn't go in there.
I'm not allowed to go to the bathroom?
The plumbing's faulty.
Oh, well, what do we do? I mean, I have to have something to write in my report for today.
Well, if you want some excitement, you could look through my old case files. There's some good ones in there.
Oh, well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to study up on your methods. Let's see. Ms. Paige Turner, better known as the Lusty Librarian.
Yeah, that one might be a little bit too mature for you, kid.
Well, how about this one? The Pop and Lockpicks.
Oh, yeah. The Pop and Lockpicks. They were a team of breakdancers that turned from breakdancing to breaking and entering. See if you can find the file on that joint jewel thief cocaine smuggling ring.
Gem and the Hollingrams?
what he won't tell you is that his sloppy detective work means that none of the convictions would stick.
Oh, hello, Lilian.
Victor. You see, young man, his canoodling with the culprit means that the lusty librarian escaped incarceration to enkindle and incinerate 3 more lexicographical layers.
I wouldn't say canoodling exactly.
The specious surveillance used in the Pop and Lockpicks case meant inadmissible interviews with interminable idiots who claimed the breakdancers broke and entered at addresses worlds away from the actual area of accusation.
It seems cruel to call them idiots.
And last, but most certainly not least, mislabeling the mischief maker's materials meant that the jewel thieves' jig was not up and the drug-delivering dopers were not down for the count. In short, kiddo, you hitched your cart to just about the lamest horse on the track.
Wow.
So what are you doing here, Lilian? Apart from alliteratively aggravating all of us. All of us.
Now, don't be rude, Victor. Won't you introduce me to this young man who appears to be hanging around your office without a chaperone?
Well, this here is my new apprentice. I'm showing him the ropes vis-a-vis crime solving.
How darling.
Kate, this here is Lilian Steele.
Well, is that any kind of introduction? Why don't you tell him that we were at the academy together? That you were second to my first in every class except... Oh, what was it?
Issuing parking tickets.
Oh, yes. You were always so good at filling out those little forms.
Lilian, she owns her steel consulting across town. It's kind of odd to see her slumming it in this neighborhood.
You haven't lost your charm, have you, Victor? Hello, young man. I'm pleased to meet you.
We've met before.
You have?
We have?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Miss Steele. Sorry. Brad Bramble. Adventure Scout, first class. And apprentice detective.
I did not approve that title.
We met once before when my mom hired you to find out who'd been stealing our newspaper.
Stealing newspapers, huh? Sounds like Steel Consulting is really raking in the big-time clients.
Shut up, Victor.
And you helped us. Turns out it was just a raccoon.
Is that so?
No. Apprentice Detective Brad Bramble. We don't give away trade secrets to rival detectives.
Oh, gosh. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's my first day, and I haven't really learned that much.
Hey.
I actually applied for work at your agency, Miss Steele.
Oh, is that so?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you were my first choice.
Oh, come on.
Isn't that interesting?
All right, kid. First lesson, you keep your trap shut around this one. And any other rival detectives, for that matter, okay?
Oh, well, you never responded to my letter. I really wanted to apprentice with you.
Oh, aren't you sweet? I'm sorry, my darling. Your letter must have gotten lost in the mail. I've got a new fellow on the front desk, you see, and he's terribly unorganized. One of those Bachelor of Arts graduates, don't you know, with lots of general skills, but nothing actually marketable.
Oh, it's okay. I understand.
There, Junior. Chin up.
Well, maybe if you find my application letter, I could still join up with you and make a real difference in Crime City, instead of just waiting for the phone to ring.
I can hear you. I'm literally right here.
I don't know if that's such a good idea, Junior.
But why not?
Well,
Yeah, Lilian, come on. The kid's eager.
Sure am.
He's got moxie.
Yep.
Oh, it seems like a perfect fit. You and the kid.
Please, Miss Steele, please.
Except...
Well, except what?
Victor, don't shatter the boys' expectations.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you see, kid, Steel Consulting closed its doors about 3 weeks ago. Finito. Kaput. Out of business.
But it was my first choice.
I'm afraid it's true, Junior. Work's dried up.
Work's dried up. In Crime City? Come on, Lilian. Don't feed the kid baloney. Tell him it's ice cream.
I actually kind of like bologna.
What was it, Lilian? Did you forget to renew your license?
Oh, piffle, Detective Marshall. Do you really think so little of me? You know this is one big boys' club. You and your little sidekick running me out of business, snapping up all the good cases.
What good cases? Look around, Lilian. There isn't much going on here.
I'll say.
For God's sakes, you never even consider it, do you? Have you worked this month?
Well, sure.
Well, he was pushing a case out the door when I got here.
Come on, kid.
Refusing cases? Pushing them out the door. You men, sitting behind your desks, cleaning your revolvers, and never knowing what it's like to have to fight tooth and nail to earn the slightest bit of respect. You'll never know how aggravating it is to have a rookie patrolman assume that you need his help to fill out a report, or have your collar make kissy faces at you as you're putting the cuffs on him. You'll never know how easy you have it, and you don't even think about it, you buffoon. So go ahead and polish your pistol, you ivory tower nobody.
I clean my pistol a normal amount.
Look, I came here because I had a proposition for you. But it seems that you've got your hands full with the boy wonder and so many cases you don't know which way to turn, so perhaps I'll just show myself out.
Oh, come on, Lilian. Don't get the wrong idea. I'll admit, things have been a little slow lately.
But busy enough that you can brush off cases without a second thought.
Well, to be fair, it was an old lady.
Shut up, kid.
You're taking on senior citizens as clients now, Victor. I see you need this deal more than I do.
And what deal might this be?
Oh boy, my first case. Time to save the world. With scouting.
What does that mean?
I have no idea. What's this deal?
I had a corker of a case dropped right in my lap, but the client wouldn't hire me on account of he's a pig who don't believe a woman can handle the job.
That cad.
My thoughts exactly, Junior. Anyhow, I fibbed a teensy bit and told him I had a partner. A fella.
And that's where I come in.
Glad to see you're following along there, Slick.
I don't know. What's the case?
Well, it's no gem in the hauling, Grams, but it'll bring in some money. So I propose we split the dough, you lay on nice and thick that it's my case, since it is, and I get some respectability, albeit in a loathsome and roundabout way.
A gal's gotta do what a gal's gotta do, I suppose.
Ugh, don't I know it. And don't you mention it again. Now, the case plays out like this. There's been a string of vandalism around town. Buildings tagged seemingly at random, but all in the same style. They're not much when you look at them individually, but when you put them all together, you're looking at thousands of dollars in property damage.
Who's the client?
Yeah, who's the client?
Believe it or not, the chief of police.
Not.
Huh?
I don't believe it. Why would the chief of police hire a private detective? We were his first and second place cadets in the academy, and we both left the force under less than savory circumstances.
That was years ago. You and I are better detectives than any officer on the force, and the chief knows it. He may be too proud to hand down his more high-profile cases, but this kind of case is just the sort of thing he'd want taken off his hands. This could be good for us.
Seems fishy to me.
Oh, please. This would be great for my first case as your apprentice.
I don't know that I fully signed on for that either.
No, sure did. See, it's right here.
Put that away.
Legally binding wardship. It's all here in black and white.
All right, that's enough.
Victor, you need this. Look at this place. Smell this place.
Oh, that's the bathroom. You're not allowed to go in there.
I don't know.
It pays $1,000.
Look, you can't just wave some fancy check under my nose and expect me to crack.
Junior, why don't you give us a moment?
Well, where am I supposed to go?
Just go hide out in the bathroom for a minute. Give us a chance to talk.
But don't use it.
Well, I'll try.
Listen, Victor. Times are tough all over. I know you and the chief never really hit it off.
Putting it lightly.
But this deal here could put us both on the straight and narrow. Money, respectability, a chance to get out of this crummy office with a broken toilet. And I hate to bring it up, but there's this silly little oath I seem to remember you taking. Something about honor bound to serve justice and protect the innocent.
Yeah, you would bring that up.
It could be like old times. You and me, upholding law and order for the honest citizens of this burg, making a difference for the little guy.
Don't you go appealing to my better nature, Lil.
Mr. Marshall?
I mean, sure. It'd be mighty good to saddle up and do some good again.
Mr. Marshall?
And you're right. An oath's an oath, a sacred vow taken with the purest intent to protect the innocent and prosecute
Mr. Marshall!
What?
I couldn't help it. I flushed. There's water all over the floor.
Oh my God. Oh, that smell.
Oh, the toilet's overflowing.
All right, Lilian. Where do we start?
A partnership reignited. A wave of vandalism to investigate. What fate will befall our heroes? Find out after these messages from our sponsors. Don't touch that dial, junior detectives. Hello, friends. Daniel Smith here from the famous radio program Crime City with a reminder that I drink rocket juice 3 times a day for pep. Just mix it with milk. It's chocolatey delicious and has vitamin D too. Have it hot at breakfast, a cool snack in the afternoon, and hot again just before bed. And you too can have pep, like me. And now, a special offer for the Crime City audience. Decoder rings. After every episode, I'll reveal a secret coded message, and only members of the Crime City Rocket Juice Squadron can decode it using their special decoder rings. Available in multi-packs of Rocket Juice. The answer to last week's code was Rocket Juice. Remember, you can't spell delicious without D, like the vitamin that's inside this Rocket Juice. And like me, Daniel Smith, Rocket Juice, just mix it with milk.
Well, howdy, friends. It's me, Crime City actress Marcy Lukianchuk here in the Wild West. Gosh, it sure is tiring work homesteading out here in the deserts of Nevada. So when I need a little moment of relaxation, I just fire up one of these here Pioneer cigarettes. Who dog it? I tell you, nothing like a refreshing Pioneer cigarette after a long day's work. With the 2 little ones and a 3rd on the way, we working mothers will take all the help we can get. And nothing helps with that extra peace of mind like a Pioneer cigarette. So get a pack or a carton today. Pioneer cigarettes. If your life feels like the Wild West, settle it with a Pioneer.
Say there, do you want a cola beverage that makes, say there, do you want a cola beverage that makes you less jittery than the other leading brands? Try Americola, the relaxing American cola. Friends, we all know that jumpy, jittery behavior is the behavior of the godless communist. You don't need the risk of being mistaken for a rusty spy when you drink a caffeinated beverage, so drink Americola instead, from the makers of AmeriCoffee. Americola, there's a reason those other cans are red.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of our program. Victor Marshall.
That's me.
Lilian Steele.
Hello.
And Brad Bramble.
Adventure Scout, first class, and apprentice detective.
Come on, kid, take it easy.
Have picked up the case of a serial vandal accused of causing thousands of dollars of property damage. We join them as they wait to meet Victor's trusted informant.
I can't believe we traded the stink of your office for the stink of this alley.
Hey, it ain't my fault that the boy wonder here broke the toilet after being specifically told not to make use of the facility.
Oh, well, I couldn't help it. An adventure scout always flushes.
With any luck, we won't be waiting here much longer. My informant should be along any minute.
Who is this fellow? Why couldn't he meet us at a coffee shop or the stacks of a library or a parking garage like a normal informant?
Look, darkened alley is just as good a place as any for informing.
But it's smelly.
Wait, what's that sound?
What was it? If it was a rat or a raccoon,
No. It's that pile of garbage. It's moving.
If that's a pile of garbage, I'll eat my hat. Whiskey, is that you?
Are you talking to the garbage heap?
Oh, dear God, he's lost his mind.
Says you. This here is my informant, Whiskey Snuffles.
Don't use my name. Keep looking straight ahead.
And now the garbage is talking back? Oh, this is going to be great for my report.
Yes. I'm just a harmless pile of garbage. Just yesterday's news and yesterday's leftover spaghetti balled up and thrown away. Forgotten and ignored. Oh, not listening. Oh, not taking in details and keeping detailed notes. Oh, no. Just look the other way. But I look every which way. Is it the moon? Is it a discarded recliner? It's a set of eyes. The most valuable thing you can have, young man. Just don't you forget that.
This is your informant?
Okay, whiskey, settle down. It's me, Victor. Lilian, kid, meet Whiskey Snuffles. He keeps his ear to the ground for me.
Last night I used a raccoon for a pillow.
Where did you meet this guy?
I helped Whiskey beat a drug charge a few years back. Since then, he's been my set of unnoticed eyes.
I owe Victor everything. I mean, they caught me red-handed. I was definitely on PCP.
All right.
It was a gross miscarriage of justice, but I got to keep my freedom.
By serving a greater good.
I'm on PCP right now.
You know what?
Look, can we just find out what we came here to find out? I don't much care for standing in alleyways, talking to piles of trash.
Okay, I tend to agree. Well, Whiskey, what do you know about this vandal that's been muralizing the buildings all over town?
The vandal's brush paints but a small picture. His is only a cog in the machine. The machine that rips up the gardens of Crime City and plants astroturf laced with salt. No flowers grow in Crime City without the watering of the Prime Minister of Crime. The Crime Minister. From his Capitol building, he plays the police like a piano. 88 little black and white keys. Keys that jingle on his key ring next to a bauble that reads, Monday again? The vandal is the symptom, but the Crime Minister is the disease, and the only antibiotic is justice. Cut off the head of the Hydra, Victor, and you know what happens? The worm falls out of the can, and there's no fishing permits issued in Crime City. Not without the Crime Minister's signature. Take it up with the painter. The artist always signs his work.
Okay.
That was a lot of mixed metaphors.
The artist always signs his work.
It's funny, but I thought the alley would smell better after he left, but he appears to have wafted something up in his exit. Victor, a word?
What is it,
Look,
Lilian?
I'll admit that I was the one who pushed us out the door on this. But I'm starting to have my doubts about this partnership. I mean, the types you employ. It's enough to give one horrors.
Look, Whiskey may come off as odd, but he's as square as a dining room table.
That's a terrible comparison. My dining room table is oblong.
My mom and I eat in the kitchen.
Look, point is, Whiskey knows his business. But you have to figure out his disposition towards paranoia. Once you untangle his nonsense a bit, you'll find something valuable.
Oh, like brushing dirt off a skeleton.
I'm not sure how valuable a skeleton is, Junior, but I suppose it's worth a try. All right, let's see. He said that the vandal was only a cog in the machine. What could that mean?
He's a robot.
Let's look a bit deeper, shall we?
All right. He made fair mention of some kind of boss figure.
Yes.
Yeah, the crime minister.
You ever come across this fellow in your travels, Will?
I seem to recall the name in a few depositions, but it was all these low-level thugs and goons who made spoke of him in their plea bargains. Never gave it much credence, to be frank.
What do you suppose he meant by the artist always signs his work? None of the graffiti we've seen so far has had a signature.
Yeah, he did put particular emphasis on that phrase.
Take it up with the painter. The artist always signs his work.
Wait a minute. We've been looking at this all wrong. Kid, you got a map of the city?
Really?
All right, just hand it over. Lilian, you got that list of addresses of the buildings that got tagged?
Oh, sure. Right here.
All right. If we plot out these addresses and look at the painter's work from up above, then...
My goodness. It is spelling something. It's the letter P.
Gosh. Oh, and there's another letter. It's another P. P.
PP. How wonderful. We decoded the message.
Hold on. There's one more address to plot. There. It's starting to look like... No. Couldn't be.
What?
PR. Those just might be the initials of Pablo Rascalo, a small-time vandal I arrested a spell ago. And if he really is fixing to sign the city with his initials, well, that means that the next target will be somewhere in this neighborhood.
I know just the spot. The alleyway between 55th and 56th. Dark, shadowy, plenty of obstruction from the street. Perfect for this joker to settle in and take his time. It's just a few blocks south of here.
All right, let's go.
Come on.
And so a society of sleuths make their way south towards the alley between 55th and 56th with high hopes of apprehending a graffitiist. Little do they know, the vandal, that villainous Van Gogh, that métis of mischief, the Caravaggio of crime himself, Pablo Rascalo, was already at the scene.
Come along, Pen, come along, Ink. We don't have much time to make an impression on Crime City. My criminal collage is nearly complete. A wave of watercolor that proclaims this Blackwater burg mine.
Oh, no, I thought we were using spray paint.
Oh, we didn't bring the watercolor set.
Nitwits! It was a linguistical flourish. All the best supervillains use them.
Oh, sorry, I didn't get that.
Sometimes I wish we could skip all the theatrics and just get to the point, Elism.
Watch it.
Sorry.
Let's not dilly-dally. What shall I adorn on this brick and mortar canvas? Perhaps a portrait of the mayor, that buffoon? Or maybe a fresco of the entire city council, those clowns.
Hold it right there, Rascalo.
Victor Marshall!
Your fiendish design has come to an end, Pablo.
Yeah, you're Vincent Van going to jail.
Kid.
Oh, no, it's Lilian Steele.
Hello.
Oh, sorry. Lilian Steele, and what was your name again?
I'm so sorry, Marshall. It is so hard to find good help these days. Pen, ink. This is the detective who put me away back when I was tagging rail cars and sticker bombing mailboxes in my misguided youth.
Oh.
But you see, Mr. Marshall, I've matured as an artist since then. And more importantly, I've trained my two henchmen in the deadly art of calligraphy. Pen, ink, get those gumshoes.
Oh, we're gonna get you good.
You got it coming.
Take it. And what are these?
Go get him!
Ooh!
My goons!
Give it up, Rascalo. We've got you acrylicked.
Wowee.
No, listen. It wasn't my idea. I was framed.
of your slapdash puns. Give yourself up. We wouldn't want things to get graphic.
You may have rolled over my goons, but you haven't heard the last of me. I'll be back!
Oh, no, he's getting away.
Let him go, kid. We caught that sketchy character red-handed. Local PD can pick him up now. We'll give them a call when we get back to the office.
Nice job, Lilian. I guess we make a pretty good team.
I guess we do. Although considering I brought in the case, and I do seem to recall a certain pair of goons being dispatched by none other than yours truly, I think you'd better start pulling your weight around here.
But it was me. I figured out the pattern of the crime sites.
Using my map.
Cut me a break, kid.
Anyway, now that we are a proper team, I think it's time we amended the sign on the office door, don't you? Steel Consulting in nice big letters at the top, and then smaller, sort of down there. We can add something like Vic Marshall, detective for hire.
All right, now hold on, Lilian. It's my outfit, and that means my name is at the top of the list.
Marshall, Steele, and Bramble. Saving the world. With detecting.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Hear that, junior detectives? The lowlifes of Crime City have a new enemy to fear. The upholders of truth, justice, and honor. Steele and Marshall.
Marshall and Steele.
And Bramble.
But will Pablo Rascalo be brought to justice before he can paint the town red? And who is this mysterious crime minister? Find out next month's thrilling installment, Diamonds, Our Girl's Best Fiend.
Crime City, the podcast, is produced by Andrew Root and Adam Martignetti and can be found on iTunes, Stitcher, Blueberry, and Soundcloud. Special thanks to Ian Osborne, Ryan Kerr, Kate Etier, Dane Schumack, Brianna Ashby, Ray Henderson, Megan Murphy, and Sarah Ty. Information about future shows can be found at facebook.com/CrimeCityTheSeries and on Twitter @CrimeCitySeries. We'll see you next month, Junior Detectives.